Let us start with the topic asexual reproduction. Till now, we all are aware of certain facts since you have studied in case of genetics as well as in the introductory part of reproduction that DNA has the blueprint to build any organism. It is so because the DNA has got genes, and these genes, they are able to direct uh, protein synthesis of definite kind, which in turn gives rise to different structures or different organisms. So we all are different from each other because there are different genes expressing in a body to different extents. And just before cell division or reproduction, the DNA has to make a copy of itself. So this is an important factor required for the purpose of reproduction, that DNA has to produce a copy of itself. And in this case, we had seen how minor variations are created during the process of copying of DNA, which is also known as DNA replication. So, in short, we can say that for reproduction, it's important that DNA should make a copy of itself, and at the same time, not only the DNA, the cellular contents also have to increase in number. That is, they also should be doubled. So, based on how DNA is formed during reproduction, we can classify the process of reproduction into two kinds, that is asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. So in case of sexual reproduction, just to take in short, later on we will go into the details of process of sexual reproduction in humans as well as plants. So in general, we know that some organisms, they possess specialized cells which are known as sex cells or gametes or the germ cells, whereas some organisms may not be having these specialized gametes or the sex cells. So those organisms which do not have the gametes, they reproduce by this asexual mode of reproduction. So based on the fact how the DNA is formed, that is the DNA of the parent, it is passing from the parent to the daughter cell, or the DNA of either parent, they are being transferred into the young one. Okay, that is going to decide which mode of reproduction the organism is following. Now let us come to the general characteristics of asexual reproduction. So the first characteristic will be, in this kind of reproduction, only one parent is involved to produce a new organism. And this one single parent, it doubles its genetic material, it doubles the cytoplasmic content, and as a result, the DNA of only one parent is passed to the offspring, which we call as the daughter cell. So the DNA of the offsprings and the DNA of the parent are going to be almost identical. So we call them also as the clones. So clones are organisms which are genetically similar to each other. And because only one parent is involved, therefore those organisms which are showing a sexual mode of reproduction, they need not show distinctive features of male or female organism. And because the process is very simple, it is considered to be a much faster mode of reproduction. and it is comparatively primitive method of reproduction because it is very simple in nature and it does not lead to creation of variations. So variations are favored for the purpose of evolution, and here the only way by which variations are created is when the DNA is producing a copy of itself, when minor errors or minor changes due to various reasons would be taking place. So this method is considered to be a primitive one. And the asexual mode of reproduction is usually seen in case of lower plants and animals. The animals with a simple body design, they show these modes of reproduction. The various modes of asexual reproduction are fission, budding, fragmentation, regeneration, spore formation, vegetative propagation. Now we will be discussing about all these modes in detail one by one.